Dealbreakers. They had their chore draft.
Yeah, they had the chore draft.
I was like, yeah.
Amelia was
can
not
we have
feeling
a chore
it.
draft?
Yeah, you can. You have the top 5 picks. I'll give you.
Welcome back, fam. We are back with another week of Married at First Sight, season 11, and tonight was episode 10, Dealbreakers. It was a pretty good, pretty powerful episode, don't you think?
Yeah, it was a lot. A lot happened in this episode.
Yeah, it was a lot. Again, I'm Blythe.
And I'm Brandon.
But
before we get started, all right, got a lot to talk about, tonight. But before we get into it, make sure if you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button, all right, and hit the bell so that you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop a new video. Okay, hit the like button and let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. Helps YouTube push it out to more people so more people can enjoy the videos. And the more people that enjoy the videos and watch the videos, the more comments we have. Hop in the comments. All right? Let us know what you guys are thinking about the episodes, what you guys are thinking about the couples, and interact with us. I know we try to respond to just about every comment that we get, and we have some really interesting discussions. So hop in the comments and let us know where you guys are at with the couples, okay? Other than that, let's go ahead and get into it.
Christina and Henry. Whew, it was powerful. Like, I don't know. Christina, kudos. I want to give her an applaud, a round of applause. I really do. Because to me, she really stood up for herself. What happened? Like, they started out when they all met up?
So they started off, it seemed like they were like doing pretty decent, kind of making progress.
Yep.
And then, they met up with the other couples, and Amani pulled Henry to the side. And Amani's like, hey, it looks like y'all are kind of, taking steps in the right direction.
They had a great discussion with everybody.
Right,
it was Olivia, Brett, Woody and Amani.
Yep, they was talking about the stuff that they were doing together. They played golf, they did salsa dancing. Henry actually said Christina was sexy when she was salsa dancing. And everybody was just shocked.
Right, everybody was like, wow.
She was like, this is the first time I've heard of it either. So that was good. Things were looking good. And then Amani pulls Henry to the side.
Yeah. Now hold up. Apparently Christina wanted her to.
Oh yeah, that was, come on. Like, you had to know that.
Yeah.
So she pulled him to the side and she asked him, how everything's going. And Henry just went into like everything bad that ever happened in the relationship.
It was like reverse mode. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. So he's just like, just the impatience. I can't deal. She's been, just impatient with the producers, and it's just the impatience, and the impatience is just like a deal breaker for me. And
he said it was a deal breaker.
There's 0% chance of us working if that impatience, doesn't change. And it's just like, I've never ever in my years of being on this earth heard of impatience as something that, I get, if somebody's impatient, okay, the character flaw, something maybe they gotta work on. But a deal breaker?
He said a deal breaker. That was like, wow. Even Amani was like, okay. Like, she didn't expect to hear that. She, she thought she was gonna hear something totally different. He went there and it was like, wow. And so then, she meets with the girls, with Olivia and Christina. Christina's like, I actually talked to my husband. How did that go? And Amani broke it to her. Woo! She was like, wow, okay, because he's giving me different signals. Like, he's giving me a different vibe. And he did say these past couple of days it's been better, but overall, he was still going back to the impatience. But I like how Christina handled it. She handled it like a woman, like a big girl. Because when they got back to the See, she ain't do it in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she handled it like a woman. They got back to the house stuff. She handled that, and she was like,
Let me point out something really quick. Just a tip. You know, and most guys probably know this, but if you're a girl, if you talk to one of your girl's friends, and she asks you, what did y'all talk about? She knows what y'all talked about.
Yep.
So choose your words carefully. He had to know that was set up, that she wanted Amani to talk to him. I don't know why he walked right into it and said a bunch of negative stuff. Because if I'm in that situation and a homegirl pulls me to the side, I'm saying positive stuff.
It's not like you're talking to one of your boys.
Right, you're not talking to the fellas. She's going right back to your girl. So, yeah, but go ahead.
She just hit that thing head on. She was like, oh, okay, so, you know, just to sum it up, she's like, so you got an issue with my patience? Like, it's a deal breaker? Like, you know... Woo! She was just like, what is the chances here of this going on? Because she's like, I'm not going to sit here and just be fake. Like, let's just keep it real. Like, you know, do you see us going anywhere? Are we going to move forward? Are we going to make it or whatever? Oh, Lord. He was just like, I mean, I'm trying to deal. It's been hard. I'm not trying to make a decision now. And oh my gosh, it was just crazy. So then, remember, he was kind of like, okay, well, I mean, gosh, if I said now, it's no chance. But then he's like, but I'm trying to work on it. Oh, Henry.
It's just, I mean, yeah, like you said, I give credit to Christina, man. I know some of y'all don't like Christina, and you know, I mean, you know, again, not the person I probably hang out with, you know, in my own life, but in the context of this relationship, I think she has handled it about as well as
you gotta take up for yourself and speak up for yourself now.
Exactly, and she did exactly what I said Miles should have been did with Karen. Like, pulled him to the side. I would have did it off camera. She did it right on camera. Yeah. Look, because you coming at me with this impatience mess, which is some BS that I don't know where you pulling out of right field.
I thought we were good.
You know what I mean? I thought we were good, but now I'm finding out that my impatience is just like this unpassable, roadblock that we can't get past.
And then, even she's letting him know about her ADD too.
And she's let you know about that. So she lets you know what the situation was, lets you know she's, getting back on her medication. Hopefully that's gonna improve. She has improved. And now you come in and you bringing this old stuff up, talking about some impatience and how you can't get past it, and it's like, that sounds like a cop-out. That's what it sounds like. It's like,
she said that too, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly. Those were her words. It sounds like a cop-out. Yeah. Do you like me? Are you feeling me? Do you see this as a potential future, relationship or not? Because if you're just trying to not, look like a jerk on national TV, got it. I'll be the,
she's like, I'll work with you on that.
I'll make you look, to be like a saint, and I'll be the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But I don't want my feelings caught up in this. That's what I said Miles needs to do. Same thing.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Look, are you feeling me or not? Do I need to keep putting my feelings out here, put my emotions, putting my effort into this or not? Like, we can act, and we can act this thing out. We can act it out for the rest of these weeks, get our checks and go home. But what's going on? Because I don't want to waste my time. So.
Well, they cooled down. They came to a resolve, right? Saying, I guess they're going to communicate and work on things. In the end, they did, started some questions, talking about things with each other. Christina, she said it seems like she's starting to get smitten by him. She says he's bringing his walls down and she's liking them. She said she liked what she sees, so I don't know. I'm like, maybe because she wants it to work so bad,
she does.
It might just work. I don't know. I'm like, maybe, because I guess if she's really gonna put her heart and soul in it and just, for him, it's gonna just work on that patience. I don't know.
No.
He said that was the turnoff, was the impatient. Remember?
Ain't nobody worried about impatience like that. Like, not like that.
I ain't never heard of
He's just not interested in her kind. He's just not. All right, and that's what it is. He's gonna, try to be cordial for the rest of these weeks. Try to get along with it. That's all he's doing. He's just like, I ain't really trying to be like that. I'm trying to be cordial. We can do that. I'll treat you with respect, to use his verbiage. I can guarantee that I'll treat you with respect and all that. And that's what it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be. She's gonna be trying her hardest to get him to be in a relationship with her, and he's going to keep her at a distance and try to remain cordial, and that's all it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
That's all you see?
That's all I see.
Whew. Yeah. So, we'll see. Like I said, I respect her being a strong woman, addressing that issue right on, not letting it fester, not letting it linger, because that's the worst thing I think you can do in a marriage is not addressing issues. Letting them linger, letting them fester, and then boom, the bombs start dropping. So she handled it, and again, she said she want to keep trying, right? Seems like she want to keep trying. He said he gonna try.
And for the record, that's what a true man should do. That's the role that the man should play in a relationship, in a marriage. He should be the one to bring the issues to the forefront and be like, hey, this is what it is.
Sometimes we have to do it. So.
Yeah. I mean, in an ideal situation,
yeah.
I don't think it should have had to been her, doing that.
Yeah,
like,
you saying
hey,
you should have just.
I'll be the bad guy. Like, no. As a man, you should always, fall on the sword for your family. If anybody's got to be the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. I'll make you look like, it was you. Like, that's how it should be. But Henry's not that kind of guy. So she had to step up and take that role.
I'm just not even. I don't even know where they stand. Because I just see her, really wanting to try to, turn around and make it work. I don't really know if I'm necessarily seeing that from him. He says he's going to try. I don't really know. I didn't feel it. You know what I mean? Somebody said some words, but it's where is that real feeling behind it? I didn't get that feeling. Yeah. And it was she kind of had that hopeful feeling, yeah, we're going to, try to work this out or whatever. She really tried to give it a chance. And it's just I'm not against that. Go girl, try to give it a chance. That's what you signed up for. But I don't know. I just hope he's meeting her. I don't know. You know what I mean? Genuine with her and meeting her there as well. Whew. Yeah. You got any more on that? Yeah. So I guess we're gonna move on from them. That was it for them. Christina and Henry. Woody and Amani. Of course, my favorite couple, as always. They are still my favorite couple.
Number one in your power rankings?
They are, yes, still.
Okay, we'll see what they are for this week.
So they were cool. They were just showing what their routine. It was getting up on a Sunday. They met with the couples, did the dinner thing, and then getting up on a Sunday. It was kind of cute because he was talking about he's a morning person, she's a night person, and he was getting up, cooking breakfast, and she was cleaning, doing the laundry. It was, I don't know, it's cute. They were really getting along, sharing their responsibilities.
Yeah, that was interesting because that's ironically that's just like us. I'm a morning person all day. I'll be up and at it, ready to go. But I am not an evening person. I'll be ready to go.
I'm
to
the
bed.
night.
She is a night owl. She be ready to party at night. And I'm babe, I'm going to bed.
And he's up cooking a big old breakfast. I always got to be cooking some breakfast.
Steady in the bed. So that was cool to see.
Yeah.
That's married life. It happens like that a lot of times.
Yeah, it's just cool because, they're kind of what is it, 4 or 5 weeks, whatever. They're kind of falling into a little rhythm kind of.
Yeah.
That's just cute to see that because that is kind of naturally how it's supposed to be. And plus, it's not they dated for years before getting it. They literally just, got married at the altar, met each other and got married at the altar. So it's I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see them naturally flowing like that.
They have a vibe where you really it's hard to fathom that they just met like 5 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they dated for a long time and now they're married.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So what else happened with them? They
had the date night.
Yeah, they had their date night, which was cute. I love that, their little date night. And of course, you know, Woody is loving on Amani, loving her. And what they talk about, he brought the subject of his expressing like his love for her, and he was kind of like, how did that make her feel? You know, what did she said? I mean, she did say it was a little bit of pressure. Remember, she was saying like, she wants to make sure that she's being genuine, like with her love, and admitting that and coming forward with that when she expresses it. Also, too, though, she was kind of like the pressure of like, what she said, like keeping it going. So I guess it doesn't fizz, I guess, so quick.
Yeah, she doesn't want it to be a situation where, all right, he's feeling these strong emotions, he's in love with her, and she's moving so slow that, it kind of fizzles out. It's kind of like, well, okay, well, I guess it's just me, yeah. And then he gets to looking at something else, I guess.
So, I don't know. That is valid, what she's saying. That is valid. I'm hoping and praying that doesn't happen for them. But it is valid. She was just like, when she said something about like, she feel the way she feeling going. He was like, you ain't gonna do all that. You're gonna have to go through all these papers and stuff. And she was like, how you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
They were just having a little banter. It didn't turn into nothing serious or whatever. They did, and then they kind of had, now one serious thing was they talking about the child rearing. That was, when they were talking about the punishment and stuff like that. I was like,
That was a serious discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. They were definitely on two different ends on how to discipline a child. But, and remember, Woody was like, well, you got me thinking or whatever, like, seemed like he was kind of backing off that a little bit, like, okay. She seemed pretty stern, though. She was kind of like, I'm not putting up with that, though. Like, so.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think, there's definitely nothing wrong with her stance on that. I mean, I think that's kind of what we're kind of moving towards as a society. I mean, like.
Well, it's against the law in a lot of states. I mean,
right.
Society.
You're right. So. I like that they had a discussion. I like that Woody, was open-minded about it. And
that's true.
She talked about it. So you're a teacher, right? Do you whip your students? He was like, nah. She was like, but you get them to do what you need them to do, right? It's like, you got me there. Yeah. So, it was cool that, they were able to have an honest discussion. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were at two ends of the spectrum, but he was open-minded and he was able to see, what she was saying. So. Hopefully it's not like a major issue.
Yeah, and that's how you have to be in marriage. But of course, that is something that, if they have children, they will have to deal with. That is something you have to deal with, like decisions on how you're raising children and making sure you're on the same page, doing things.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so. But that was pretty much it for Woody and Amani, I think. I
think that was it, man. Be vibing,
It seems like they kind of keep the other couples together in a way.
I know, right?
Like, let's check in with everybody else, make sure you good, make sure you straight.
Yeah, no, that was like half of their involvement on the episode. Him trying to help Miles out, her trying to help Christina out. So that is true. But Woody and Amani.
All right, that's it from Bennett and Amelia.
Bennett and Amelia. So they were pretty much hanging out at the house. How did they start out?
Yes. They were, everything coast and everything cool. They were hanging at the house, and it started out with talking about the housework and the chores. They had their chore draft.
Yeah, they had the chore draft.
I was like, yeah.
Amelia was not feeling it.
Can we have a chore draft?
Yeah, you can. You have the top 5 picks. I'll give you.
Whatever. Anyways, they had a chore draft, and Bennett was serious about that thing. He was serious about the house cleaning.
He put some effort into that,
Amelia.
She's not feeling that. She's not feeling that.
Not feeling that. And she brought up a valid point. She was like, with me being the breadwinner. You know, like she was saying to the, to the cameras, like, is this something he's going to be expecting that we're going to be doing? Like, we're going to be doing this chore thing? I was like, ooh.
And I said it while we were watching it. Like, before she even said it to the cameras, I was like, Bennett, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, you about to be doing them chores, bro. Like, you, as you can see, number one, she's not really big on doing chores and keeping up with the house.
Right. Yeah, because he's brought that up a couple of times.
Yeah. Bro, she's not. Look, she's about to be a doctor, Bennett. If you think that she's about to be sitting around that house doing some housework, it's not gonna happen. If you weren't there, she would hire somebody. She's gonna have money.
Yeah.
But being that you are gonna be there and you're not.
I don't even know if she's like bothered by that. Like him, but she's not bothered by chores. Like he's bothered by that.
Yeah, so she's gonna be either you do them, or I'm gonna hire somebody to do that
stuff. Or it just may not get done. I mean, she's not bothered by it. You feel me? Like she doesn't care about a messy house and dirt. So
yeah, but Bennett does. So she can't just ignore it. So either she's gonna be like, okay, Bennett, if it's a big deal to you, then you do it, or we'll hire somebody to do it.
She said, I'm gonna be in residency and I'm gonna be busy. She said, I'm not gonna have time. And that is true. Now they do that. I guess he'll adjust his expectations when the time comes. If and when the time comes, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's where she's at. She's like, I'm gonna play along with this while we're on this show. But I hope he knows that when these cameras go away and I go to residency and we're living our like real life, I'm not doing this stuff. I'm gonna be out here saving lives. They were cool. They had the little date with Miles and Karen, the little boochie ball or something. I don't know what they was doing. Bocce ball. Not hibachi.
I don't know what they was doing, throwing the ball in the field. Like, okay. But
that's what it looks like.
All right.
Okay.
Miles was like, cool, I'll play football, sure, throw the ball, whatever.
Right.
But they were good. Then what they do? Oh yeah, remember he made her dinner and had the people come sing? She loved that. She thought that was so awesome. She was like in love with it. So they had a nice little dinner. But anyways, in the end, remember they took a little walk and then he was like, okay, what am I doing to annoy you? And she's like, what am I doing? And he did name something, didn't he? Yeah, he named something. She never could come up with nothing. And then he started being like, well, what about this? What about this? This is annoying. She's like, no, it's great. I love it. Like, I was like, oh my God, Amelia.
Yeah.
Oh my. Now, I have to give it to him. Bennett, even though it's like he's in the clouds, he's realistic though. He was kind of like, now, like everything is just not. He was just saying, in his confession, like everything is not really like perfect all the time. So he's just kind of like trying to figure out where she is with that. What you think?
I think Bennett he's trying to make a decision, like weigh his options as far as is he going to leave New Orleans or is he not? So he knows that, look, acting like everything is hunky-dory all the time, like this constant state of bliss is not going to be the reality. So he kind of wants to get to a little of that reality to see, is that something that I can work with, and is that something that, despite whatever imperfections we have and seeing each other, I still feel this way about you. And I think if he still does, then he's like, all right, cool, I'll leave New Orleans and go forward with her.
Right.
So he's kind of trying to get to that, and she's kind of trying to stay in the honeymoon phase, and he's like, look, I need to know what it's really gonna be like, so I can make an informed decision.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I don't know, Amelia, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, is it just, maybe that's just her personality. She's just kind of like easygoing, like whatever, or it's like she's kind of holding back a little because remember she did speak in her confessional was like kind of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna play it cool, like, Amelia, like, you know, I don't know, like that. It is okay in some situations, but not always. Sometimes you do kind of need to speak up a little early and let people know about some things. So I don't know about Amelia. I'm like, oh, no, you can't be scared to speak up now.
I think she really likes him.
Yeah.
And I think she's hoping that he will follow her, you know, as she does her residency and everything like that. So she doesn't want to.
So you thought she don't want to mess that up?
No, she doesn't want to stir the pot right now. You know? So that's where she's at. And Bennett is kind of wanting the opposite. He wants to know before, because he's the one that's going to be basically sacrificing his, you know, current life as he knows it to follow her. She is not really making that sacrifice, so she's like, yeah, I want to keep things how they are, I want everything to be cool, and I want you to.
She's like, I really like him and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, just genuine. She does like him, but Bennett is just trying to. He's got a heavy decision on him, so he needs answers. Boy.
Lordy. Oh, Bennett.
I still think they're. Yeah, I still think they're perfect for each other. Man.
They're so cute. Like, but a few little kinks, like
a little bit.
They could be straightened out. They can work.
I think they'll work through it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for Bennett and Amelia.
Smash that subscribe button. All right, and hit the bell so that you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop a new video. Okay. Hit the like button to let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. All right, let us know what you guys are thinking about the episodes, what you guys are thinking about the couples, and interact with us.